friends. Hope you're doing well. So, today I wanted to talk about some of the stuff, the equipment that I use when I shoot photos, when I shoot films, when I make videos. There's a lot of things I like that aren't that expensive. I think that's one thing. A lot of people are like, oh, I want to get into this, but like it's so expensive. Like, yes, it is. But there are some things that are awesome that I want to talk about because I think more people should know about them and more people should use them. And it's something I can ramble about for a really long time. So I got like a handful of things that I like a lot. And I brought them here with me. So, I'm going to start with something I talked about a couple videos ago in my everyday carry. These two things. Flashlight, which I use. It's a real bright flashlight. Super bright. And, go turn on my watch real quick. This is the... Oh, also, I'll probably put some links in the description. Those are probably affiliate links, so if you click them, I may or may not get money. I don't really understand how that stuff works. I think you have to buy something. Anyway. So this is the Rovivon. Hey, can we focus on it? Probably if my face is there, it won't. It's the Rovivon A28. And this flashlight is just so cool. It's super bright. Yeah. That's like the super mode, and then it has a lower mode. And you can dial up from there. But it also does a red LED, which is cool. And you can set it to be a flashing. So like if you ride bikes and your backlight goes out or you're at night, you can probably just clip this to your shirt with the belt clip. Cause it's got a little belt clip, if you can see that right there. Will it focus? No, it won't. But then it also does a reading light. That's the red light. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, reading light, which has 2 power settings. This was pretty bright. Yeah, it's awesome. This thing, it's like $50. It's such a good flashlight. I use it every day when I walk Bear, because we usually go at night, because Bear doesn't really get along with the other dogs. And then he gets along with, like, really well with dogs about his size, but when they're bigger than him, he gets little dog syndrome, and he's like, I gotta fight you. So our neighbor, who's really nice, and has a really nice dog, Bear and Wesa is the dog's name, fucking hate each other. We don't know why. Like, when the first time they met, they just got barking, and it's only escalated, and they've almost gotten into big fights before. So Waze like a golden doodle who's like friends with everybody, and I keep calling him John, but his name's Dave. Is like a super nice older guy, and like I don't know why when the dog sees me or my girlfriend, it's super friendly to us. When it sees Bear, freaks out, hates Bear. But it's friends with Max, who's like a little dog, like smaller than Bear, and Bear is friends with Max, and Max is friends with Wesa. But Wesa and Bear do not get along. They like if they see each other through the window, they'll freak out and they'll yell, and they'll bark. So we take Bear on night walks. That's the long version of that story. And then my everyday carry Swiss Army knife is it's a Climber is the brand. Not the brand. The brand is Victorinox, but the Climber is the model. And I got this because it was the cheapest one that had scissors, which I use scissors a lot when I'm cutting mic covers. So like if I'm putting a mic on somebody, what I'll often do is use Top Stick, which is a toupee adhesive, and then moleskin, which is like I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of like a Band-Aid, but like more if you have like blisters to prevent rubbing. So it's like a little sandwich, and then the mic is in between that. And so the scissors are really good for cutting that to size, and then every now and then you gotta just cut stuff. But there's also a blade, a flat head, a Phillips head. The scissors are the thing I use the most, though. Like, without a doubt, the scissors are the blade. There's also a corkscrew, in case you ever get wine. And there's a pair of tweezers, which I guess could come in handy if you need it. But I have, like, other pairs of tweezers in my everyday carry bag. Go watch that video if you want to know about my big bag. So those two things, definitely, they get used a lot on shoots, on sets. The thing But they make this. They make a lot of good stuff. They make a lot of. It's all solid metal. It's real good. They make these things. So this, they call it a crab clamp. I'll show you here. So it comes in 2 different flavors. It comes with a ball head here, and then it comes without the ball head, which is useful because it has what is it, like a 3/8 and a 1/4-20 mount here, and then this one just has the 3/8 mount plus this double ball head, which is really cool. But you can mount phones to it. You can mount lights to it. You know, like you can mount GoPros to these, and then they just spin open super quick, and then you could just clamp them basically anywhere you want to clamp something. These things are awesome. I fucking love them. I have so many of them. They're like $15. I'm like, you get one for every little light you have. Speaking of little lights, I love my little lights. If you know, right now I got 2, the Aperture MC and the Nanlite Pavo Tube. Focus. Will it do it? I can tap it. I can tap to focus now. I updated the. There you go. Nice. Let's get a camera operator when I get enough. If these videos ever make enough money, I'll hire a camera operator to stand behind the camera and look at me awkwardly as I whisper. Oh, I got Mountain View today. By the way, but these are awesome. So this is what I use for my blue lights. Either one of these, they both do blue. They both do it pretty well. The Nanlite I think is a nicer because it's longer, but I think these have a little more output. The Aperture MCs. The Aperture MC can also be controlled by an app, which is cool, and it comes with this little softbox, which is neat. Pull it off here. It's really easy to take off and put on. So this is the actual light. This is the little softbox, and it makes good tapping sounds. Tappy, tappy, tappy. But it comes with it, which is awesome. And then it's just real quick to put on. But I just kind of leave them on all the time because the light's a little harsh without it. But it's nice. They do a lot of effects, which is cool. This is a paparazzi effect. Fireworks. And both these lights do pretty much all these effects. Faulty bulb. Flicker. What's cool about this one is you can use the app to like trigger the effects when you want it to trigger. What else we got? A TV, which if you really have to dial this one in. Lightning, which is neat. Party lights, which if you're just gonna have a party, you get a bunch of these things. Just stick them up. Good, done. Pulsing, which I use this plus another one with TV. And that makes a little more convincing TV look. Cup car, gotta have it. And then a fire. Just pretty convincing. And this one the Pavo Tube has pretty much all the same, except it also does a hue loop. So you can see it slowly changing color. If we go switch. I have the hue set pretty. You can set the spectrum, so it's kind of like a party light, but you can kind of dial it in a little better, and you can also dial in the speed, so like now it's going real fast, but you can also slow it down, so it's a little more of a slow change. It's pretty cool though. These things are fucking great. They're great for when you just need like a little pop of light. Like if you need a hair light, which in standard lighting you'd have a key light in the front, you'd have a fill light from the side, and then you would have like a hair light, which would give a little bit of separation. You see kind of the rim it gets over here. It just kind of helps pop me off the background. I don't use them here because I'm lazy, and it's just one more light to set up, and I don't want to do that. Then this light over here, right there it is, kind of does that for me a little bit. And the blue light, the skin pops off blue, which is why a lot of YouTubers use it. So yeah, these lights, I love them both. The Aperture is, this this has more features, and I think it looks better because of the shape. This has a little more output, and it has an amp. So they're both good, different reasons. Get them both. They're both like under $100. And speaking of lighting, if you don't have sound, what a wild transition. If you don't have good sound, that's it. You need good sound. And if you're on a budget, boom, Zoom H1. They have an updated version of this, but these are awesome. I've got 2 of them. They do take a line in. Excuse me. So you could use like a lav mic. And they'll record forever. Like one SD card can run for hours. You can set auto levels on the back. They're very simple to use. And it even has a hold control. So it's like one AA battery. You put the lav mic in. You hit record. You hit auto level. You put it in the hold. You just jam it in someone's pocket. Boom. And then you just make sure you're doing your slates. And you can record all day with just... And these are also cool when you mix them with these. Sometimes when I'm doing stuff like press conferences, just mount this anywhere. You know, press conference, a wedding, anything where someone's talking at a podium. Boom. This little setup. And you get good quality sound. And, yeah. No fuss, no muss, real easy. Auto levels. Pretty great. I love those things. I got 2 of them, and they have saved my butt a lot of times, because a lot of times I've filmed like press conferences, and they like didn't have a PA system, or the PA system was like just to the, it was like a wireless to like a cheap shitty PA. And so like with this, you can mount it either on the podium or just up against the speaker PA, and it'll record it that way, which is also good. So yeah, that's good. And then the last thing I've got today for y'all is something that doesn't exist anymore. Technically, this is the Cinevate Rip Stick. You can buy these on eBay, but Cinevate, the company, has gone out of business, so they don't make this anymore. And then on eBay, they have, it's a cheaper one. This knob is plastic. On mine, they're metal, and it's bulletproof. This thing can hold pretty much anything at any weird angle. It's so good. And what's cool about it is it comes off, and then you can have just like a small little double ball head. So these parts are made by a company called Ram Mounts, RAM. Let's see if we can focus on that. Come on, camera, focus on this. Yeah. And so focus on my face. There we go. So you can go to Ram Mounts and you can get these parts separately. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass because it's like 3 separate parts to get this, and then for some reason Ram doesn't make this piece, which I guess Cinevate was making it. I don't know. I might email them and ask, because I love these things. They're not cheap though. If you part them out, like this thing is like $50. And then like on eBay, you can get one this big for probably like $50 to $75. So, but it'll probably come with shittier plastic knobbies, which might break. Whereas these are good metal ones. And even I bought one once on eBay where the picture was this style, and they sent me the other style. I was pretty pissed off about it. But what are you gonna do? You know, it still works. So, yeah, that is inexpensive things that you could put in your filmmaking, video making, content making, photography kits that I think you'll find a lot of use out of. They're not very expensive. You know, these are the things you can buy yourself. They're all under $100. The most expensive one is probably the H1. Might be over $100 sometimes, depending which model you get one time a year. I got mine for like $75 each, and I got 2 of them. And then these Aperture MCs are like $90, and then this light's like $75. So there you have it. That's what I use. That's what I like. That's what I think you should use it, and I think you will like it as well. So if you got any questions about filmmaking, I don't know if I'm gonna make more ASMR filmmaking type stuff. Maybe. I know a lot about it. Yeah, that's all I got for you today. So I hope you're doing well. And if not, well, I hope that turns around for you real soon. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. If I can find the button.